Hello, hello, hello. Hola, hola, hola. I am Sunshine Day, and it is my joy to welcome you to our show today, a spiritual remedy, conversation, and meditation. Now, I want to share with you that this show is geared toward those in recovery. However, you do not have to be in recovery to benefit from the spiritual tools that are provided in our show and in our program today. You know, I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. So, what I get an opportunity to do is to provide spiritual tools for personal transformation, for your recovery, for your upliftment, for your enlightenment, for your enhancement, that we might leave behind those things that we were focused on, you know, that drug, that alcohol, that pill, that fix, that food, that person, the stress, the drama, whatever it was that we've been addicted to, right? That we've used as an intoxicant, being able to leave that behind. I saw a quote the other day that said, addiction, leaving everything behind for the one thing. Recovery, leaving the one thing behind to have everything. And so that sums up a lot of what we get an opportunity to talk about today. And it's really about where we place our focus and where we place our attention. So I'm your spiritual living coach, and here I am to be used. Ask me questions. Um, let's make this a conversation so that we are indeed um, mutually benefiting one another. That's what I'm here for. So, good morning, Michelle. So glad that you're here with us today. One of the things that I recognize about our topic for this month, which is clarity, is clarity means freedom from obstruction. And when we can see clearly, sometimes we can see the obstruction. So we can see clearly so we can make decisions as to what to do around those obstructions. Now, the question then becomes is once I see these obstructions or these things or items in my way, do I have enough clarity to know how to navigate through these obstructions? Good morning, Sunny Day, and good morning, Bertha Moreno. So glad that we're all hanging out today. So here, that's the question. This is like, I can have clear vision, I can have clarity, and in that clarity, I can see if there's any obstacles, any things in my way. The question then becomes, how do I want to handle what's in my way? And whether or not the tools that I'm using to decide what to do are tools that are for my highest good or not for my highest good. Now, throughout the month, we've been talking about the 3 S's, right? Slow down, where we get an opportunity to really, really slow down the pace of what we've been doing. Now, in that slow down process, we have an opportunity to be still, to slow down, be still, and rest in the stillness of the physical body. Now, is that really, really happening? Well, I'll share with you that being still, even when I am at my stillest, my heart is still beating, so there's still movement. I'm still breathing in and out. But it's that stillness to where I'm consciously stilling also my mind. And I become so still that the thoughts are like clouds just passing by, and I just let them pass by. The other thing, the other S is silence, right? Which is also then quieting myself, quieting my mind. I might not be in complete and total silence because there's always activity happening around me and in me. My food might be digesting, my stomach might be gurgling. I might hear myself breathing. So there's not the perfect silence, and you don't have to have the perfect situation or surrounding. However, just that simple act, consciously slowing down, being still, being silent, allows that still small voice from within us to give us some guidance. Now, I'll tell you, as someone who's been meditating for golly, about 34 years or so, maybe 33 years, 32 years, somewhere there, a little more steadily, my meditation shifts and changes. It goes from meditating with music, or guided meditation, or silent meditation, or walking meditations, an activity that is also meditative that you might find could be putting together a puzzle. Imagine that. Meditation, putting together a puzzle, crocheting, something that has a repetitive motion. Now, I know that I've loved meditating using my mala beads, these beautiful prayer beads and mala beads, meditation beads that I use for multi-purposes. But it's that act of just being repetitive, whether it's watching my breath in and out, in and out, in and out. So it's important that as we begin a practice, that practice be something that benefits you. So I say all of that to say, here's the deal. Right now, my meditation looks like, and it feels like, me slowing down, being still, being silent. And then when I'm in that stillness and silence, I simply ask the question, what am I to know for today? What am I to know for today? And then I'm just quiet and still. Because you see, because there's clarity, and because clarity comes, and because I have clarity and I can see those obstacles, or I can see what's ahead of me, I ask, what am I to know? Because sometimes those obstacles might just be kind of the road that I'm to take, like I'm to go around them, to go through them, to go under them, to go over them, to address them, to ignore them, whatever the case may be. But when I think about clarity, especially in sobriety, especially in recovery, when I think about that clarity, that clarity allows me the opportunity to make some decisions about my life and about the lives of others that my life impacts. I don't just make decisions for myself. When I really am in the flow of life, any decision that I make for myself, I'm actually making for myself, but for others as well, because there's really only one of us. Thank you, Greg, for being on this path with me today. And I'm glad that it's helpful, because the idea is for us to put into practice something on a regular basis that's real. This is not about fake or phony, or, being pretentious, or being highfalutin, or so spiritual that I'm not grounded. This is about daily practices and regular practices that we can put into our lives on a regular basis that actually benefit us. Imagine living a life free from despair and doubt and anxiety. Imagine living a life free from worry of any kind, or from depression or fear or anger. I mean, even as people in recovery, sober people, clean people, people who are abstinent, you know, if those things are still ailing you, or if there's, if they're like a low grade fever, like you have this low grade anxiety or this low grade despair, or if you're constantly thinking about, how to use the next person who comes into your life, for a purpose, using people, if we're so filled with false pride, if we're so envious, like, oh, wow, I feel bad about myself because I don't have what she has or what he has. Imagine living a life of humility, a life of abundance, a life of admiration, a life of generosity, a life of zeal, a life of chastity, right? A life where we're no longer focused on gluttony or greed or lust or sloth, but that we're actually living a fulfilling life. What kind of life is it that you want to let go of? And what is it that you want to embrace? If you would put that in the chat for me, that would be amazing. Because these are the things that, even though we're quote unquote, sober people or in recovery or, free from drugs or alcohol, what happens is we have to deal with life on life's terms. And it's our thinking that actually keeps us in the despair, in the doubt, in the fear. And as your spiritual living coach, what I have an opportunity to do is to simply help you shift. I want to embrace the Spirit of God. Wow. Barbara Mendoza, what I want to share with you is that you already are the Spirit of God. And the mere fact that you want to embrace it means you want to know that a little more fully. And these tools, these spiritual tools and practices will help you along the way. And again, as your spiritual coach, I want to guide you so that you embrace it and you feel it and you know it beyond the shadow of a doubt, that you are, that you see yourself as whole and that you have that clarity of life. I love it, what you're saying here, Bertha. No longer believe that food is my comfort. Right. Golly, God is your comfort. Life is your comfort. Joy is your comfort. That is your comfort. It comes there. And making amazing food choices that not only support you, but that actually, build you up, is amazing, which also includes your spiritual food. So we get to ask ourselves, what is the spiritual food that I am taking in? And I love it too, Barbara, that you say, and not be obsessed in my past, right? Because the past does not exist. Freedom and power is in the now moment. Freedom and power is in the now moment. Hear me. Your freedom and your power is in this moment, in the present. Like 5 minutes ago when we started the show, I don't have any power there. I don't have any freedom there. I have freedom of speech, freedom of making amazing word choices, freedom of being here with you right now. That is the power that I have in this now moment. And I am super clear about that. Because in this moment, I get to choose whether I pick up something that is for my harm or something that is for my good. It is in this moment where I get to remember that I get to be present. That's why it's a gift. They call it a gift. They call it the present because it's a gift. This moment is the only moment that we have, right? So this is the best moment of my life because this moment is the only moment of my life. I love it, Farrell, that you say, I want to find the God within me. Wow, that God within you is there. And as your spiritual guide, providing the tools for that is super, super easy. Now, here's the thing, is that it's easy and it's simple. Our goal now is to incorporate this in part of your daily living to just like you brush your teeth every day, right? Like imagine knowing And mind you, you now brush your teeth and you don't even think about it, right? You have already a pattern. It's such a way of living, you know, that it is, wow, how beautiful. So to be able to know the God within you, so find it first, right? Find it. There it is. But then to know it and to court it like you would a lover, a beloved, like you would, like you want to get to, I want to know this living spirit within me that is actually the power and the presence and the love of my life, that is my life. So here's the deal, beloveds, is that on a daily basis, and here's what is so important, and y'all just help me to make a decision as to what next month's theme is going to be. The importance is that we begin where we are. Now, this month we've been talking about clarity, and it seems like already now, as we're approaching the end of January, that many of you are becoming so clear as to what it is you want to let go of and what it is you want to embrace, what you want more of. That instead of that false pride, that you want to experience some God-centered humility, and being God-centered instead of being, self-centered, which is pride, selfish, self-centered, self-seeking. But I'm talking about that place within you where not the little self, the human self, but that within you there's a power and a presence and a life that is your higher power. And that when you're centered on that, the capital S, the I am self, that the solutions to all of your daily living problems come with ease and with grace and with clarity, and they begin to dissolve into the nothingness from which they came. The nothingness from which they came is really us making up stuff. When we focus on something, whether it's a drug, a food, pill, fix, whether it's stress or drama, right? Because that's the focus, we leave everything and focus on that one thing. And then it's that tunnel vision, and we're in the drama of whatever it is that we're focused on, whether it's a drug or alcohol, you fill in the blank, right? And at that point in time, no human power could relieve us of that focus. I can be like, hey, hello, but because you're so tunnel vision, right, on that, nothing that anyone says, family members, friends, doctors, gets through to us. But it's written that God could and would have sought, and the idea of seeking God. Now, you could also say seeking good orderly direction, right? Seeking something else. So that's the thing. So, if this has been my focus, when I seek something else, seek God, seek good, my focus has to leave here. I can't focus on two things at one time. I leave this one behind and I seek God. So now my focus becomes on that thing. So that is the consciousness in which we enter this idea of clarity that you have now received, the things that you want, more peace, more love. Thank you. Nancy says, yeah, more peace, more love, right? So the leaving the obsession, the thing that we're focused on, and seeking, God could and would have sought. If we seek something else, the goodness, the power, the presence within us, like, why would I want to seek something that's not for my highest good when I can actually seek one thing and gain everything, right? When I can let go of that one thing and gain everything. And that's what this clarity is about. So this week, here are the affirmations that I want you to entertain and tell yourself morning, noon, and night. So the first one is I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. I am clear and make great decisions in life. I am clear and make great decisions in life. And lastly, I am in touch with my highest good. I am in touch with my highest good. I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. I am clear and make great decisions in life. I am in touch with my highest good. Now, here's the deal. Those three sentences, as you begin to simply embrace those three sentences, I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. I am clear and make great decisions in life. And I am in touch with my highest good. Just begin to incorporate those three sentences, whether you believe them fully or not. There's something that you do at least 3 times a day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whether it's brushing your teeth 3 times a day, whether it's drinking a beverage. What if you use this in combination with drinking a glass of water? We all need to drink water. So I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. I am clear and make great decisions in life. I am in touch with my highest good. Not only will you be more hydrated, but the symbol of water and the clarity of water and the clarity of your thoughts begin to actually, you're drinking it in. You're taking it in. You're accepting that you enjoy the clarity that comes through you. You're clear and you make great decisions in your own life, and that you're in touch with your highest good. When you begin to do that several times a day, it just becomes a working part of your life. Now, here's the thing. When you tell yourself that you're no good, that you're never going to amount to anything, do you know how many times you repeat that to yourself over and over again? A lot. And so when you're repeating to yourself and you're reminding yourself that you enjoy the clarity that comes through you, that you're clear and you make great decisions in life, and that you're in touch with your highest good, when you remind yourself of that, you're canceling out any old ideas of the fogginess, of you not making great decisions in your life, of you not being in touch with your highest good. You're actually reminding yourself of the truth of who you are, and you're opening up and embracing yourself and your greatest self. You're embracing yourself, and you're being gentle and loving with yourself. Now, as your spiritual living coach, I'm here to support you. So let's just take a few minutes in the stillness and the silence and slow down, just to anchor in what we've enjoyed today. So we just let go of any struggle or idea of struggle as we simply close our eyes. We're shutting out the world, and we're just reminding ourselves that I slow down, I'm being still, I'm being silent. And that there's an infinite intelligence within me. It is beating my heart. It is breathing me. It is who I am. And so that's my only focus. My focus is that highest good within me. And I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. I am clear and make great decisions in life. I am in touch with my highest good. And let that sink in. That is the truth of who you are. I am in touch with my highest good. I am clear and make great decisions in life. I enjoy the clarity that comes through me. You can just take one of those and every day just remind yourself of that truth each and every day. That's the truth of who you are. That is the truth of that I am presence, that infinite power and presence that is living as you. That's that infinite power and presence that is looking through the eyes of love, through the eyes of forgiveness and zeal and generosity, through the eyes of respect and honor for others. And I invite you now to just gently, gently feel that peace and that clarity within you as you just begin to open your eyes and become aware of the beauty around you. Just put a smile on your face. If you'd like additional coaching outside of our time here today, just send me a message. I'll be sure to answer you and be sure to help you through this process. Again, I see a world where people, especially clean and sober people, are living their best life and loving it. And so I'm here to provide the spiritual tools for your personal transformation. Know that you are loved. And oh, by the way, next month, our theme in February out of Begin Within is going to be beginning. Because now that we have a little bit of clarity, I want to guide you in the beginning steps of how to actually have that transformation in your life. I love you, Robert Howard. I love you, Greg and Nancy. I love each and every one of you. You mean the world to me, and it's my absolute joy to be your spiritual living coach. Until next Monday, please be well and know that you are loved and honored and highly valued. Bye for now.
Celebrate life. You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses.